Hello? Oh my god, hi. No, music, stop playing. Shoot. Shh. Shh. Goodness gracious. First of all, congratulations, Eccentric. Bells in blue for first, second, and third, respectfully. Hello, Eccentric. Hello, Bells. Hello, Blue. Hello, Artificer. And hello, Ling. How are you guys doing today? One moment. I was not as prepared as I thought I was going to be, so I'm trying to put my glove on right now and get my setup all set up, as it were. And I don't think my model's in the right place anymore, so we gotta fix that a little bit. Oh yeah, we were very off course. A very important thing to fix. There we go. Doing alright. Got some new stuff ordered for work. Getting ready for a new position. Go on. More information is required. And Ling, how goes the endless archive that is your farming sim games? Guess what happened today? What happened today, Artificer? I can't guess because I'm not good at guessing. You're almost done. How do you know you're almost done, though? You've caught all 66 spirits, but there's a but here. Got a shiny one. Are there shinies for every version or just for one of them? For everyone. So you have to get a shiny for everyone is what you're saying. I made the requirements for affiliate. Let's go, my dude. Congratulations. Now you're going to set yourself up and you're going to get that all figured out, right? And then you're going to get emotes. And you're going to be a cool-ass dude who's like, yeah, I got emotes. I got emotes for days. Very nicely done, buddy. I'm proud of you. Sorry. There. Sorry, I'm fidgeting with my camera as well. My second-year instructor was looking for third or fourth year apprentices to take on as a helper, but got shot down by our staff guy every time, so he chose me as I was the top student of second year. Oh shit, dude! Let's go! Help was important. I didn't do anything to help. I gave you a little bit of a tip on how to fix one thing. That's not helping. That's just literally just like, you could find this online, but I could just explain it. Easy. I had to gamble the last one via hatching eggs. Oh, like you legit had to be like, that one. There you go. It's our friend. It's the stream of how to say, of successes. Ling is almost done. Eccentric's got a potential new position lined up, or no, has a new position lined up. And then Artificer's making it to affiliate. Big wins this week then. Very big wins. Well done. Well, besides Ling. Because Ling was going to make it to 100% at one point anyway. My new schedule will be 5:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that's 6, 8, 8.5 hours a day. I presume there's a lunch in there somewhere, but 5 days a week, that's not bad. I hope there's a lunch in there somewhere, or a breakfast, or one kind of an eating spot somewhere. Yeah, lunch. And at times there will be overtime. Ooh. Is your overtime for anything over 40 hours? Or is it over 44 hours? Or is it just anything over top of the hours that you're assigned is a time and a half? Or is it even time and a half? I hope it's time and a half. Everything over 40 hours by law, in fact. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was one thing that was always kind of nice when I did have overtime, and it was approved overtime. Like, it was like, yeah, because one of my animation jobs, it was by law, it was 44 hours. So I had to do at least 44 hours before I could start getting time and a half. Oh, but if we got, like, some bad overtime, like, the only thing that made it worth it was that time and a half. We were just like, oh, look at this paycheck. But also, Alright, well now we need other victories. Who else has a victory to share? Big or small, whatever the victory might happen to be. That you finished a test, or that a quiz was super easy, or that you got a bunch of chores done in a short period of time. I bought socks. Boom! Another victory. Let's go, Avatar. My company is trying to maintain a monopoly on the city, so took more jobs than they could chew. So a lot of people, they're working 60 plus. Oh, God. 60 plus is awful. I did, I'm sorry that I relate back to myself, but it's how it's how my freaking ADHD butt. Mom, ma'am, thank you so much for all the treats. In my head, the way that I try to relate to people is to be like, yeah, I have a similar story. Like, I'm trying to show that I care and understand by sharing an experience that I have, which I know for some people that looks like, it's like, I'm trying to make it about me. It's like, no, this is how I try to bridge that gap, because I don't know how else to do it, because I'm not good at communication. But there was an animation job that I did, I think it was last year, and it was paid weekly, like it was a set rate weekly, and I was doing, at one point, I was doing so many hours that I was basically working for minimum wage. I think I was working almost 80 hours a week at one point. It was brutal, dude. Oh, it was so brutal. Like, roll out of bed at 9:30 a.m. Basically work until 1 a.m. Sometimes until 3 a.m. And then just go and take a nap. And then get back out of bed again and start doing it again. It was so brutal. Oh no, the 80-hour one was 2 years ago. The worst that we were doing was about 60 hours last year. And that was also kind of brutal. Because, yeah, really brutal. I know that feeling. Am I making this about me, or am I relating? Yeah, exactly, Eccentric, where you're just like, no, I swear, this isn't me trying to redirect the conversation to me. This is me trying to relate. I have the right to refuse overtime normally, so I generally refuse unless there's something like, hey, we just need you to do overtime for a week so we can catch up, and then I say, yeah. Yeah, if there's like a timeline, if it's like, hey, we just need you to do an extra 2 hours every day this week. And it's like, that'll catch us up, and it's like, that'll catch us up. It's like, all right, fine. Yeah, it had to have been, the 80 hours had to be 2 years ago, because it was 2 years ago where my mom was trying to coordinate with me on how to get like the booster for COVID. And I was just like, make it on this Friday if you can. So that I had, because everybody, or on this Thursday if you can, because there was the whole thing with the boosters, right? We're like, yeah, you're going to feel like crap the next day. And I'm like, I'm taking that Friday off. How am I taking it off? By literally getting horrifically, like, ughed up because I took the booster shot. So I basically had, like, we got to the 9:30 meeting, and I got in there, and I was like, I had slept for like 4 hours, and they were giving us the rundown on what's going on, and they're just like, yeah, you guys are actually keeping up, it's really good, da 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 da. And then I'm like, hey, is there anything due today? And they're like, no, there's nothing due today. I'm like, great. I had my booster shot yesterday. I'm going to bed. Try and stop me. Like, try and stop me. I'll quit on the spot. And you guys can't afford to lose me. I know that for a fact. A guy I was working with was talking about the day he worked from 6 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. and then had to go back to work at 6 a.m. again, so he didn't even go home. Just grabbed a bag as a pillow and slept on the catwalk on the day. Freaking brutal, dude. That's awful. There's always a bit of a joke. It's irritating too because sometimes guys like that also still feel replaceable in the company's eyes, you know what I mean? Which is a really irritating position to be in, where it's just like, not only am I putting like my health at risk by doing this, but I'm also not even like viewed as valuable. Like, could be potentially tossed aside at any point in time. Which, it's always nice when you realize that you can't really be fired. You know what I mean? Like, if you have, like, a contract, and there's just this odd moment where you're being, like, kind of overworked, but you just realize, like, oh, I can't be fired. They can't. Like, we're barely making deadlines. If I get removed, everything falls apart. Oh yeah, I will say in electrician work there is a perpetual shortage of electricians, so it's quite hard to get fired. In particular, this company is quite lenient. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Eccentric. I hope that your future as an electrician is a prosperous and relatively easy one. And Cobalt, hello! Thank you for the stretch and thank you for the hydrate. I'll start with the hydrate. How you doing, my dude? I hope that you're taking care of yourself post-stream. All right. We're going to stretch if anybody would like to join. Just poking my head and just wanted to poke my head and say hi. No problem at all, my dude. Please go take care of yourself. I'm getting a couple things to snack on. Yeah, we talked about the food. We talked about eating. You know what's up with Cobalt. Turn it into a stream thing for the 30th. For those who don't know, Cobalt is doing a 12-hour stream on the 30th to commemorate the fact that he completed all of September or September streaming. I was about to say, I swear to goodness, Stream Elements, if you don't work right now. So if you would be interested in that, please go ahead and follow that dude. Go hang out with him that day. Tell him that he has to eat. He also has a questionnaire that you can find. Cobalt, it's also on Discord, right? The question link? Or is it only on your streams? Food is relatively important. It's mostly important. I don't know if Cobalt's still there, but yeah, Discord is event and on my Twitter, on Discord and on Twitter. All right, then in that case, go follow Cobalt on Twitter and go to his Discords and send him questions, appropriate questions. Chat, we're a wholesome bunch here. We ask the nice things like, hey, how has your experience as a streamer been so far? What are some things that you wish you would have done differently? You can't do those, though, because I'm pretty sure I already sent those in. And if I didn't, Cobalt, write those down. Because I'll probably forget to write them by the end of stream. And hello, Vitrify. And shake out the wrists. You know what, Vitrify? I have a question for you. Now that you're here. We're talking about victories at the moment. Hello, Liar. Long time no see. I missed you in like a when is she going to appear kind of way, sort of way. Hello, Brian. You're asking the wrong guy if you're looking for victories. No, Vitrify. You gotta let me finish my thought process. Since we're talking about victories, I gotta ask, what's it like being so cool? What's it like being such a cool guy that it's almost difficult to approach you? You know, you have the aura. Not the verbal, like the verbalness, but your coolness factor is so powerful that it may as well be the equivalency of the JoJo, oh, you're approaching me energy. What's that like? I want to know. I'd like to reach that level someday. I want advice. How did you enjoy your vacation from my wrath? You know what? It's been a little bit lonelier, I've got to admit. It's been a little bit disheartening, but I'm sure that by the end of, but at the end of this stream, I'm sure I'll regret saying all of those things. I would also like to know the answer. So cool that the Kelvin scale starts at Vitrify. There's no such thing as 0 Kelvin. We scratch out the 0 and just write Vitrify. Wouldn't want chat to be intimidated. No, Vitrify, we enjoy your presence. It was just a haha. I was just doing a tease. Come on. That is fascinating, though. If I recall correctly, I was reading somewhere, and I don't remember if I'm remembering this correctly, but I believe that if we can actually reach, like, 0 Kelvin, it has the potential to be, like, mildly dangerous, because it, like, causes, like, what is it called? Like, crystallization at, like, an atomic level. I think it's something like that. I wish I could remember it a little bit better, but it's, like... Like, it has a, there's a, how to say it, there's a doomsday theory at least, so I don't know how credible it is. And it has a similar attitude to the whole idea of, like, we need to be more careful with the idea of looking at research of black holes, you know, because if we create a black hole, we might not be able to turn it back off again. There's kind of a similar idea where if we actually reach 0 Kelvin, we might not be able to unstop 0 Kelvin, which I thought was always fascinating. It's just like we finally hit this insanely cold number, and because of that, exactly what Lyra said, at absolute 0, the laws of physics get kind of weird, if I recall correctly. Exactly. Vitrify is my favorite unit of measurement. Is it because he's an absolute unit? The issue is that even the slightest bit of matter containing enough energy to technically ward off zero. Yeah, that is very true, Eccentric. One of the weird things about it is that heat transfer is very, very complicated and is very, very difficult to stop. Absolute Zero has the same vibes as tachyons. I'm not saying that word correctly, and I acknowledge that, Avatar, but I'm also not sure what that is. I don't think I've ever seen that word before. Tachyons? Tachyons. Ooh, actually, that's ringing a bell. In Event Horizon, they create a black hole and teleport it to hell. Is that what the frickin' lore of Event Horizon is? I've never seen the movie. I know that there's some scenes in it that were, like, some of the most, like, horrifying in cinema or something. Like, I know Event Horizon has some claims to fame. Yo, I'm here for Event Horizon talk. I don't know anything about it, Haya, but I'm willing to hear. Also, Haya, you're not allowed to come into chat unless you tell me a victory that you had today or recently. We're having a lot of victories right now. third favorite horror movie for me, IMO. Would you be willing to share the first two, Eccentric? And one of my favorite horrors, half jokingly called a prequel to Warhammer 40k. Oh? I'm sorry, what? Artificer, more information required, please and thank you. Will, do you know anything about Warhammer 40k? Of course I do. I'm currently listening to the Horus Heresy books. I know a bunch of just random little tidbits here, there, and everywhere. Is basically the Immaterium. Oh, it's the realm of chaos? Is that what it is? More or less. It's very similar in concept. Wait, so making the black hole is similar to the Eye of Chaos then, right? It's of a similar concept where you're capable of reaching the Immaterium? No. Damn it! I'm trying my best. Wait, not Eye of Chaos, sorry, the Eye of Terror. 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 Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I was trying to say the Eye of Terror. Yes, the creator of Slaaneish's birth. Yeah, because the Eldar did a hedonism for too many times, and then Slaanesh was like, oh! And just appeared. Sorry. I love Slaaneish's birth, but I just love the fact that it's just all the oopsies. But it's basically how ships enter the warp to go faster than light. Yeah, they need the navigators, right? The navigators help traverse through the Immaterium. I think they're called navigators. They're the psychers that can, how to say it, like penetrate the warp and create the, move ships through the faster than light, etc. Have nothing to do with Goral fields. Okay, well, I don't know what Goral fields are. You're getting way too technical for my part. I have surface level knowledge. I am on like book 7? 6 or 7 of the Horus Heresy. I have read a bunch of random stuff that, how to say it? I've just read random bits and pieces of information here, there, and everywhere. A lot of friends of mine who do like the stuff have thrown a lot of lore at me. I'm not good at retaining information, so I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. It's very surface level. Space ship. Oh wait, no, I already did that. And the ship. If there's not a Geller field, the ship gets kind of possessed and it goes to hell. Isn't that what happened in one of the Horus Heresy books? I don't remember which one. It's like book 6. Hold on. Let me look at my stuff for a second. I apologize, chat. I'm disappearing for a moment. And by disappearing, I mean I'm just... Get out of here. Get out of here. Where is... Do I not have it anymore? I'm sorry. I thought I still had you. Oh no. You've been accidentally removed. The Audible or the Audible app has been removed? Heck, then I gotta Google it now. Horus Heresy series. In order, please. Descendant of Angels, Legion. I think I'm on Legion at the moment. Wait. No. Battle for the Abyss? Ah, crap. Oh, it's the flight of the Ensign Stein, I believe. Follows the story. Trail then, create a survival loyalist. Grabbing the cabin, then from a particular voyage, defense, and then alert the man. Around the other vessels, authority, apart from that. Yeah, I think it's Flight of the Ensignstein. The Heresy unfolds. Where I believe a bunch of, Eisenstein, sorry. But yeah, that's the one where I think it's Nurgle? Nurgle ends up causing... Yeah, because the bodies don't want to stay down. I believe it was Nurgle. Hold on, let me really quickly check up. Navigators have nothing to do. Navigators are needed to see the light of the Astronomicon, and thus navigate. I too am actually reading the Horus Heresy on book 18. Hell yeah, my dude. I say that I'm on them, but I haven't listened to one in like 2 years because I'm stupid and how to say, I don't like listening to those books if I can't sit down and listen to them for a long period of time, and I'm always busy, so I can't sit down and listen to them for a long period of time. So it's very frustrating because I want to listen to them, but I always get bullied. That's just how it is, and I accept that because I'm dumb and stupid and dumb and should be reminded of it all the time. Geralt feels his pocket of real space in the warp. They keep daemons, etc. out. Yes. But I lightly read bits here and there as well, but have passively absorbed for a few years, so I know a little bit. Geralt fields happen. The aura failing happens all the time. Excuse me, I'm trying to read chat! You're being interruptive. The outside is a Death Guard ship, so I go yes. I haven't completed envelopes in like so far. Alright, I can wait. I can wait until chat calms down. It's not that difficult. But yeah, no, that's the problem. Like, I remember concepts. I don't remember details. Like, I love, like, the Fulgrim story, just the idea of, like, you know, like, that major fall. I love the fact that the Fulgrim story has some attributes to show that the Space Marines don't really, like, potentially might not have the capability to have sex. Because when they're listening to the final crescendo, or whatever the heck it's called, there's the whole concept of like the audience in the book descends into like a mad orgy, but the Space Marines don't know what to do, so they just start killing people because they don't know what else to do. And I thought that was just a really cool, like, visual way to show, like, I don't understand how this works. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's very fascinating, especially since there's the whole concept of, like, you know, like the purity in combat and stuff. Hello, Moon, how's it going? Like, I love, how to say, just like the general concepts, right? Like the Imperium is just this theocratic, well, how to say it? Like, I guess it'd be theocratic fascist, I think would be the correct thing, because it's the whole, like, you know, beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic, but they're also, like, hypocritical because there are entire units that are made of, like, acceptable mutants, quote-unquote, like the, what are the big boys called? The big hulky boys with big hulky guns. They're in the, what was that freaking game that came out? Darktide? Yeah, Darktide. The big hulky boys. I think they're technically considered mutants, but they're like they're useful mutants. So we keep them in the, oh, they're like Hogrins or something like that? I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name off the cuff because I'm very bad with names, but like, yeah, all of it is like super fascinating. Like the Eldar just basically being space elves. But like there's different like how to say it, like groups of them, especially post the creation of Slaanesh, where there's like the Dark Eldar that are basically like, no, we must continue our hedonism. Whereas the other Eldar are like, no, we must atone and change our ways in order to survive with the few, But theocracy is strong in the Imperium, though, isn't it? Like the Inquisition, for instance, is like ultimate authority in a lot of situations. Like, if the Inquisition comes in, even like the Space Marines, like literally like beyond superhuman beings, will drop to one knee and accept anything that comes to them. Like, in this particular, I really thought, how to say it, like, I don't think that it's unreasonable to call it a theocracy, is it? Time to eat cake. Enjoy, Ling! Horus Heresy won't have the Tyranids, which are a fun one. Oh, the Tyranids is strong with most planets, are nearly 100% independent, and many Astartes hate the Imperium. The Space Wolves actually killed the Inquisition at one point. Well, you know what? To be fair, if I recall correctly, the Space Wolves are basically kind of the badass boys of the bunch. Like, I know even people who don't like Space Marines kind of like the Space Wolves. I don't know, I get what you're saying, Eccentric. I understood what you meant. Space Wolves are extremely hypocritical, but also very fun. That does... Sometimes hypocritical is the most fun, right? I remember once there being an argument to be made that out of all the evils in 40k, and now I understand that this is very debatable, but I liked the theory, was out of all the evils that is 40k, the least evil of them all is the Tyranids, because they're simply just what they are. You know what I mean? They're just world devourers. They're just swarms of insects. It would be the equivalency of calling like the hordes of locusts that attacked like fields in many countries, calling them evil, and it's just like, well, no, they're just doing my very basic understanding of theocracy was that the God Emperor was just like, I'm only a man, don't make me a god. And then they were like, got it, it's God Emperor. But to be fair though, Haya, even in the Horus Heresy books, there are moments where like characters they basically become how to describe it. In Warhammer Fantasy, there are characters called war priests, or there are people called war priests that can like summon upon the power of Sigmar to like bring forth the holy fire to strike down their opponents. And in 40k, there are people that will get that from the God Emperor, or at least they think they do. He's like a very real presence in the warp due to all the worship of him. The first living saint appears in the 3rd book of the Horus Heresy. Yes! I don't remember her name anymore, but she was cool. I believe she actually has like a really cool moment, but I don't remember because it's been a while since I read the books, where she actually kind of like has a moment where she wins against something that is far more powerful than her, basically due to her being like shielded by faith. And I mean, if I recall correctly, like the Omnisaya exists because enough people believe in him. The Emperor might have been the strongest human psyker when he was alive, but now he is probably a god. Yeah. And potentially he's a god because of the fact that how to say, he's actually, because people believe in him, right? Because I mean, that is kind of the world that we're in, right? Like, we live that in this world, there are beings that can create non-functional weapons that work, aka the orcs. They can stick metal together and turn it into a spaceship, but when you look at it from like an engineering perspective, it's literally like, this thing should not have been able to run. It should have blown up 15 times over. Now, granted, sometimes it does. The Omnisci is actually a oh no. I know that word. Eccentric, but I can't remember. I require more assistance. Are they connected to the Necrons? Yes, they are connected to the Necrons. Okay. Daka Daka, am I right? Exactly, Bells. See, you get it. Also, I have to start drawing. It has been 41 minutes and I haven't put a single line down. I haven't even saved this file yet so that I remind myself what I'm supposed to draw. Goodness gracious. Look what you guys did. Look what you did. I really like the idea that belief gives power. Hi, I'm so down for that stuff. In my like homebrew worlds for like D&D and such, I love the whole idea of worship gives gods power. And I know that that comes from me having played the game Black and White when I was younger. The idea that, like, as your followers worship, they create mana, essentially. And through that mana, gods can perform miracles. And that's kind of where my brain gets to in those worlds, where it's just like, well, what about gods that are forgotten? It's just like, well, those gods slowly die. Because of course they do, right? If they're a forgotten god of no worship, the things that they both use in a way, like gods in that particular idea, there's a weird blood magic to it concept, right? Where like mana, which gives them the ability to perform miracles, are also what's keeping them alive. So if they expel too much mana, it could kill them. Like, even though they are incomprehensibly powerful things, they're not immortal to some extent. They can be killed, but in ways that we as mortals can't be. There's a lot of ideas with the eccentric of Darwinistic soul-based feedback loop where entities in the warp feed off energy from certain concepts in the real world to get more power. Yeah, exactly. My brain goes to Noragami because I'm a weeb. I unfortunately don't know what that is. I like that Bells knows what that is, but I'm tilting my head in minor confusion. All right, give me 1 second, chat. I need to not step away. I need to alt-tab for a second to find the concepts again. Regal, unusual, and distant. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting situation. There's an aspect of escalation, so the concept or gods that generate the most psychic energy in the real world naturally get more power and overtake other potential gods. It's a manga from a decade or so about a god who existence is threatened because only one person remembers him. Interesting. Time to Google that really quickly. Stray god. Hold on, sorry, just scanning really quickly. Interesting. I like the general concept of what I just read. Mind you, it was Wikipedia, but still. It had a manga, but it was... And it got canceled after 2 seasons. Kind of similar to the Egyptian idea of immortality, right? Is it an Egyptian thought process of the whole you die twice? The first is when you die, and the second is when somebody or when your name is spoken for the last time. I can't remember if it's that your name is spoken for the last time or if it's somebody thinks about you for the last time. Or you're thought about for the last time. I guess technically that's... You can interconnect that to some extent, but... I think it's specifically when you're forgotten forever. Exactly. You die when you're acknowledged for the last time. Because after that, you never acknowledged again. Fascinating concept. Love the hell out of it. Would enjoy more. Okay. So I have no idea what I'm drawing. I will always remember you guys. But Bells... You're only human after all. I won't go further with that thought process. But Will said, yeah, you did. But sometimes promises are broken. And that's just how it be. Alright. So I think what we're going to do, I think I have kind of an idea. Ooh, careful now. Careful. Mr. Microphone. Alright. Here's my idea. Hear me out. Not me. I'm built different. Alright. I see that this conversation has ended. Remember me when you're famous, Bells. Bells is already famous. Just doesn't want to admit it. That's the problem. Remember me when you're famous, sir. Well done, liar. Well, I know how this is gonna go. All right. There we go. No, I said, hold on. Wait, hold on. Oh god, too many messages. Never forget your bells. Remember the famous. Remember the famous, sir. Don't make me famous, please. No. Is that famous streamer and all my personality? Bells. No, I suddenly have to go. Famous, I can't type. We'll shout out Bells. Is it famous? Mouse streamer? I didn't realize that Bells would have been a mouse streamer. Vitrify over here, just straight bullying. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna draw, but... Yeah, because she's Mouse. I see. You know what? Good recovery. I approve. Plenty of fame mice in the sea. Fame moose. Oh god, it's just getting worse. What the heck is fame mouse? And fame moose? Ah, fame moose. That's somewhere in Canada. There's a moose named Famous. What the hell are my neighbors doing now? Ugh. Wait, subtitles are not working again. Gosh, wait, they are? Microphone, I'm getting really mad at you right now. Yeah, from Rocky and Bullwinkle. I've never seen Rocky and Bullwinkle. I saw a trailer for the movie a few times when I was younger because they appeared everywhere. I think that was Rocky and Bullwinkle. I think. Lang or liar, you can't ask that. That's not allowed. Guess you're just too Gen Z to know Rocky and Bullwinkle. I'm aware of them. I just never watched it. Hold on. Rocky and The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. Yeah, no. Never seen this. I'm aware of it. I recognize it, but I never watched it. He's the youngest person I know. I never watched it either. Are you calling me old bells? Rocky and Bullwinkle, never seen it. Bam! Thank you, Artificer. Thank you for being my ally in these trying times. All right, hold on. I need to find reference. Sorry, just looking at some. I don't want to make anything too eccentric or over the top because I don't want to take too much time on this because I still got a heck ton of stuff that I need to do. Ugh. The 26 is gonna be is hopefully going to be very entertaining for people, but it is a heck of a project to try and to get set up. It's not completely cut out. Oh no, welcome back, Eccentric. I've summoned you back using the word eccentric as a descriptor rather than as a name. Hold on, what was the last thing Eccentric said? I believe so. Okay, we were talking about the idea of the Egyptian gods. Gotcha. Then you haven't missed that much. We were talking a little bit about me not knowing what Rocky and Bullwinkle is, besides being kind of aware of it. The guy who reported Stalin's death in the US. Oh god, I don't know anything about that. My internet completely cut out after you said your internet cut out. How could you? Hold on. Man who reported Stalin's death in the US. Johnny Cash? Wait, like the Johnny Cash? What the hold on. The life of Johnny Cash is interwoven with that of his American homeland. Born into a largely forgotten family and community amongst the Great Depression in the 1930s, Cash's remarkable voice would see him become one of the most celebrated and well-selling musicians. But Cash was also braided to American history in another important way, because in 1953, Cash became the first American to learn of Soviet leader Joseph Stalin's death. Okay, join the army. Accepted. Well, did you know that people in Russia didn't really want to report that he died, so they tried everything they could to delay the news? They were really... I'm gonna keep reading the article. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's right. This is when the regret starts, liar. We found the turning point. During one of the lonely sessions, Cash acquired something remarkable. On March 5th, 1953, Staff Sergeant Cash was manning his post when he intercepted an important communique from the Soviets. He hastily translated a message explaining that Joseph Stalin was in poor health for the Americans. The health of the Stalin leader was of critical importance to both military and intelligence services, as it was to all the Western powers. Cash continued transcribing Morse code messages throughout the night until he eventually received the word that Stalin had been pronounced dead. Stunned by what he had just heard, he relayed the message to his superiors, who in turn relayed it to President Eisenhower. And with that, a new chapter of the Cold War began. What the hell? What the hell? I don't know how to feel about that. He was in the Air Force right before he started his music career. Interestingly enough, actually, now that we kind of build on that, so Bob Ross, I believe, was in the Air Force before he became famous for his art. Just to, I guess, counteract your cool fact. I think it was. Hold on, let me check really quickly and make sure that I'm not full of shit. In 19, he joined the Air Force. He rose to the rank of Master Sergeant and served as First Sergeant for the Clinic of Inlandsons Air Force Base in Alaska, where he first saw the snow and mountains that later appeared in his reoccurring themes in his paintings. He developed a quick painting technique during brief daily work breaks. Having held military positions that required him to act tough and mean, quote, the guy who makes you scrub the latrine, the guy who makes you make your bed, the guy who screams at you for being late for work, end quote. Ross decided he would not raise his voice. He would not raise his voice when he left the military. Yeah, exactly. Well, we just read. He was not happy with what he had to do, so he chose a different walk of life, and he became a painter. Well, I'm just countering it because chat might not know. That was a fact that I thought was really neat. That Bob Ross, the guy who basically introduced the world to ASMR to some extent, is also the guy who used to yell at people, you know, to to discipline them, and at one point was like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this anymore. And then he stopped doing it. And it's just like, fuck yeah, dude. There you go. There's your cool fact with the bonus cool fact on top of it. Yeah, Bob Ross was drill sergeant for Vietnam, and his whole demeanor on TV was because he was tired of having to be so harsh and cruel. Yeah! And that simple little action made him super beloved. Like, my dad and I bonded over Bob Ross a few years ago out of nowhere. Because my dad was talking about how he, like, my dad's a wake up early farmer, you know, farmer kind of boy. And he was talking about just like, yeah, it was kind of neat. Like, I've been waking up and I've been catching, like, the last, like, 20 minutes of this one show that used to happen. It was this guy with, like, this big hair, and he would paint stuff. And I'm like, Bob Ross? And he's like, yeah, that's his name. And I'm like, oh my God, Bob Ross is amazing. And he's like, he is. He's very wonderful to listen to. And I'm just like, oh my God, my dad is so based in red pilled. I'm not taking it back. Bob pilled. Boom. There you go. I'm sorry, everyone. All right. I'm going to try to figure out what the heck to draw. Because what I want to do is more of a landscape. So we're going to do a landscape today. Or I guess like a concept. No, Will. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry, Avatar? Stop it. Get some help. All right. I need you to take a little bit of a break. I've run out of water. I need to use the bathroom because I don't know, but I don't know what liters to like ounces or whatever is, but my mug can hold a liter of water and it's empty and it was full. Now it's empty, now that I take the last gulp. I'm sorry I've lied to you all like this. Now it's empty. Liter, I believe, is less than a third of a gallon. I believe you're correct. You know what? We have Google open. We can do this. Liters to gallons. 1 liter is 0.264 U.S. liquid gallons. A liter is about a quart. Do we have quarts? Do we got a quart? There we go. Oh, you're right, Bells. It is 1.057 quarts. U.S. liquid quartz. I need to go chase an antelope with a spear so I may bring back... What game are you playing, liar? I want to know. I am intrigued. Liquid quartz. Oh my God, that's a terrifying concept. Imagine having, like, taking... I guess if you melt down quartz, you get glass, don't you? Also, I must go acquire food. Liar will return in the next adventures. I misread the first part. I'm sorry. I thought... I didn't see the first message, Liar, so I presumed you were playing a video game, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I love being a persistence predator in video games where you have to chase down things with spears. I would dip my hand in it. Bells, you would glass your hand and melt your skin off, I'm pretty sure. How hot do quartz have to be to become glass? Glass at a glance. Heating quartz sand, also known as silica sand. A temperature of above 3090 Fahrenheit until it melts into a clear liquid. I bet it has a nice texture. Yeah, it would be smooth, presuming that you're not flailing your hand around. If you just literally could hold it there, I think you could just... It would be nice looking, assuming it didn't drip. Your hand would be basically solidified in glass. I also want to touch lava, so... Belle's actually kind of same, though. I just want to know what it feels like. Like, if we could develop a spray that made you, like, immune to fire for, like, let's say 20 minutes, you know? You could just hose yourself down. You could dunk yourself in a tank of liquid. And just as long as everything is covered, you would be fine for, like, 10 minutes. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm sticking my hand into a frickin' lava river. I want to know what that feels like. I want to know how it, like Blue said, I want to know what it could do. Like, can I like morph it into a ball and hold this like rapidly cooling chunk that slowly is turning from to a liquid into a solid? That's cool. That's cool. No human can do it because any who've tried don't have hands and probably other things. There was an SCP about a drinking fountain that gives you anything you ask for, but it's based off your perspective. So one guy asked for a cup of Joe and got some coffee. Another guy whose friends was a guy named Joe decided they would also ask for a cup of Joe. And I presume that Joe didn't exist anymore, but there was you got a cup of gore, essentially. Oh, something like aerosol. In terms of a spray, yeah. Or in terms of, like, I don't know, like, a gel. He existed, but you got a cup of him. Blech. Blech. Yeah, if it, or if it's like a skin cream, you know, like a moisturizer. So basically what you would have to do is just kind of like sunscreen, you know? Just like make sure you cover all the parts that you need. Avatar. You're on thin ice. Lava's just heavy water. Yeah! But you can hold it. And if you move it around, would it be kind of like... Like, I don't know. You know how, like, what is it? I'm rapidly melting through the ice. It's true. What is that again? I think it's water and cornstarch? The whole idea that if you keep it moving, it will stay kind of, it will stay kind of informed. Do you think lava would be like that? Like, if you held it and kept your hands moving? You think that it would kind of stay in a semi, or like in the shape that it was in? On a side note, have you ever drank heavy water? No, if I recall correctly, drinking a lot of heavy water is very dangerous for you. Hold on, I've heard that before though. Heavy water taste. Lava is just heavy water. Sorry, you said hard water. I took the heavy water. I'm thinking about, like, heavy water, you know, like World War II. Nuclear research or nuclear bomb research. Hold on. Hard water. Hard water. Hard water is high in dissolved minerals, largely calcium and magnesium. Hard water you can get from wells, right? Like, certain wells can be a little bit strong in, like, minerals. We got hard water at the new house. When you boil it, it turns cloudy and leaves a white scum along whatever we boil it with. First of all, hello, Bojazz. And hello, Spencer. Second of all, gotcha. Heavy water tends to be found in places with worse pollutants. Heavy water is very common. All water in the ground is a little hard on account of all the ground in it. Dang it, Avatar! I think that we had heavy water in one of the barns when I was growing up. Because the water tasted like eggs. That's the only way that I could describe it. The water tasted like eggs. Yeah, I live in a quarry town, so we've got lots of minerals in our water. Yeah, I've drank some heavy water. When I lived near the border. But it was like dry water somehow and tastes dry water. Like eggs? Was there sulfur in it? That's probably what it should have been, Bells, but I'm pretty sure it was just high in calcium. But for some reason, it always just tasted like eggs. I don't know how else to describe it. It tasted like eggs. Whack. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad to drink. And oh my god, it was so ice cold. Which was sometimes really great. Because working in that barn during the summer, there were days we were just like, fuck it. I just need to cool down, stuff face under the tap and just turn it on. And just get hit by like ice water, essentially. Just like, it doesn't matter if this hurts. It's better than the heat. Funnily enough, when you're talking about is essentially aerosol, which maintains a structure up to about... Moon, I don't know how far back you are at the moment. Not to call you out, but I'm not sure where we are at the moment, or where you are in the moment in terms of the conversation. And I'm panicking, because I feel like I might have said something to trigger this, but I'm not sure. I drank hard water my entire life. It's fine. Yeah, Spencer. Fist bump. Aerogel. I have been reading it as aerosol. As you all hear. Now I gotta Google aerogel. I'm sorry, Moon. I'm not a clever person. Aerogel. Aerogel is a class of synthetic, porous, ultralight material derived from a gel, in which the liquid compounds of the gel have been replaced with a gas. Oh, this is really ultralight stuff. Wait a second, I'm kind of aware of this. Without significant collapse of the gel structure, the result is a solid that is extremely low dense, with extremely low density and extremely low thermal conductivity. Aerogel can be made from various components. Produced by extracting properties. I got that Giga Chad Rocky Mountain water. Yeah, your bones are basically titanium because of all that calcium. Urgh. I have to apologize to Moon now. Hold on. I'm going to literally just send her a DM and just be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There. Apology has been tossed out. Probably work 30 days outside in 40 degrees Celsius heat. Nope. Nope. Sorry, I was fixated on that because this came up late, since we're talking about silicas used in space engineering. Ah. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to do so much research if I ever do a frickin' space TTRPG with Moon. Because Moon's just gonna be like, oh, what kind of material is it made out of? And I'm gonna be like, an ultralight polymer, titanium based. And she's like, silly Will, titanium can't be ultralight. And I'm like, well, science figured out a way. It's it's how to say it. It's particle weave. It's like, well, what's particle weave? It's like, well, they break down titanium down into particle thin strands and weave it into cloth, and they use that cloth to make armor from it. And due to its lightweight but strong atomic connections, it's very both light but durable. And Moon's like, I'm not buying it. I'm like, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. Nasatanium? Or, spacite. Moon is gonna be like, actually, that's wrong. Look. What if I just do it differently? What if I just, instead of giving Moon the opportunity to just, like, style all over me with knowledge, we'll just go even further into the future and go to, heck, now I've forgotten the name, even though I've said the name before on stream. Artificer mentioned the, knew exactly who wrote it, actually. What was it called again? Numenera. There you go. Like, go so far into the future that nobody knows what. I was raised by an industrial engineer, so I get fixated on these things. Blech. Blech. In Fahrenheit, it would have been between 105 and 100 almost all summer. This, yeah. Wait, Eccentric, are you Canadian? Wait, that's actually smart. Yeah, exactly. Just go so far into the future that, like, Earth has been terraformed multiple times over to the point where we don't even know what anything is anymore. No, I'm nearly on the other side of the continent for you. On the other side of the continent. Oh! Mexico? Question mark? Again, I realize that I don't want to, like, make you dox yourself. Texas, so close. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, yeah. I once popped open a map of, like, Texas, and it's like, wow, that is a big border. Connecting Mexico and like, Texas. Texas, I'm larger than, is larger than most, countries. That's hardly a dox. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, where are you from? Texas. It's just like, do you have any idea how much that narrows it down? Yeehaw state. But there you go, Moon. That's how I'm gonna beat you at your own game. You'll be like, how does this work? It's just like, you don't know. No one knows. No one has known for 1,000 years. Has anyone had someone shaking their head at me when I told them that I traveled to a nearby town, so it only took an hour? I mean, you're kind of talking like a Canadian in that regard, where it's just like, yeah. If you want to go from this city to this city, it's only like an hour to 3 hour trip. Not that bad. And they're just like, what? I've told this story before, but I'll say it again. So I'm originally from the Netherlands. So parents, you know, born and raised. I was born and raised there. And in the Netherlands, it's a very small country. I don't remember how much smaller it is than Canada, but it's notably smaller. But we have a pretty big population. So because of that, there's a lot of towns and cities and villages everywhere. So because of that, if you drive in the Netherlands, if you're not driving on the highway specifically, you know, like the major highways, if you're just driving on like regular roads, you're going to pass through 3 towns in 10 minutes. towns, villages, etc. Like, you're just going to bump into a bunch of places. So because of that, when they came here, we were lucky that we had a Dutch community here. So because of that, you know, my parents made friends pretty easily, right? Because the Dutch community, relatively tight-knit. So at one point they were going to go and visit, like, this couple to kind of, like, you know, just hang out and get to know them, etc. Have a little bit of gezelligheid, as we've said before. And so they start driving, and their instructions were, like, you make it to this road, you take a right, and then you just go for a little bit. That was the instruction. Like, you'll find it. They did have an address, mind you. It was, like, you know, that road numbers. And they had been driving for, like, 20 minutes, and they're like, we had to have passed it. There's no way we had to have passed. We probably passed it, like, 15 minutes ago. And they kept going and going, and this was around the time, you know, when, like, cell phones were not really a thing. Like, you had, like, a brick of a phone that you plugged into, like, the cigarette lighter, and it had really bad reception, and you paid an arm and a leg for making phone calls. And they finally called them, and they're just like, hey, we're kind of lost. And they're just like, oh, what's going on? Like, what's up? It's just like, yeah, I think we might have passed you guys. And it's like, oh, do you know what, like, road that you've just passed? And they mentioned the road, you know, just insert road name here. And they're just like, oh, no, you've got, like, 15 minutes to go still. Like, you're nowhere near us. Keep going. My parents are like, I thought you said just a little bit. And it's just like, yeah, it's only about a 35-minute drive. My parents being, like, used to driving. Like, for context, in where my Opa and Oma live, you can drive to another province and its capital in about 15 minutes from where they are. If you bike there, you can also do it in about 15 to 20 minutes, just the way that roads are going. Now, mind you, to be fair, my Opa and Oma's place is on, like, the northern part of the province, and the capital is on the southern part of the other province. But it's like, you can see it off in the distance. And while you're traveling there, you bounce it you drive through, like, 4 towns. Like, notable towns before you get there. Like, the Netherlands is a very small, compact place. People just living on top of each other. Nope, all nicely spaced out. People have homes. In fact, the Netherlands has a very robust housing system where, like, government subsidies in order to purchase homes are actually quite doable. Like, I think all of my cousins at this point on my mom's side own their own place, and they are, like, 7 years younger than I am. And, like, it's just like, must be cool. Must be cool having your own house. Now, that being said, technically I could have probably at least have down payments on, like, a condo or something, but my anxiety would never allow that, because the idea of purchasing something like that and then needing the maintenance and the potential of things breaking and the overtime's cost and what if I can't make the payments anymore, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, no, I'd rather just have an apartment. Oh man, imagine owning real estate, right? Also, Cobalt, I'm gonna do the quick okay, I can't do the hydrate because I don't have any water left, but I can do the stretch, and then we'll take the break, and I'll grab some water, and then I'll drink water. I knew a guy who worked in the oil field, bought a house at 22 in 2020. Yeah, but, like, oil fields are money. I knew some peeps that went to the Alberta, that went to the tar sands in Alberta, and that dude was making, like, fat stacks, hand over fist. Like, they have a turnover rate there because people just go to, like, the tar sands, work for, like, 2 years, and then just, like, leave the province again. I mean, the trick to the work is to not spend it on recreation. Yeah, just pocket everything, live in absolute misery for 2 years, and then move somewhere else and just, like, purchase, like, a small place, and then just take care of yourself and get, like, a regular job. All right, we're going to do stretches, and then we're going to step away for a second. So, reach for the skies, ladies and gentlemen. And then we lean to our right. And then we lean to our left. The nice thing is, though, at least for myself, is I'm pretty low maintenance. Like, I don't spend money on much in the way of, like, entertainment and recreation. And we lean back. Hey, Solarcy, thank you for the lurk. Hope that you're having a good day today. I spend too much money on books. I wish I spent money on books, Eccentric. I wish that I read more. But I don't. And giving people stuff. Okay, well, you have a choice to not do that. That's a choice. But that could also be a love language thing, right? Like, I'm somebody who does the spend time with people. Like, I hope you're having a nice day too. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm a spend time with people. I think that's also why I stream, because, like, this is, you know, like, interact with people and give them my attention and hopefully entertain, etc. Whereas some people do, like, the gift giving or the words of affirmation or the acts of service. And physical touch, I think, is the 5th one. Yeah, and then there's quality time. Those are the 5. Yeah, got them still. So literally, we can enjoy this together, and you don't have extra cash for it. So here, I see. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I really want to state that wasn't supposed to come across as like a judgmental thing. Just, I'm not someone who does gift giving, and I don't like being given gifts. I don't know what to do with them. So for me, it's just like, yeah, you just don't have to do that though. No, you didn't come off that way. Okay, just making sure. I'm a paranoid lad, and I know that I'm not good at communicating, so I have to make sure that I'm covering my bases sometimes. Gift giving is fun, receiving is difficult. Oh, Blue. That's actually a really good summary. I'm a paranoid lad. He's just like me, for real, for real. Moon, I presume you're referring to Blue specifically with the this. Unless you are also a paranoid lad, in which case, I'm sorry, and I hope that it gets better for you. Okay, I've been needing to go to the bathroom this entire time, but I get very easily focused, so we're taking a break. All right, you guys know the drill, but in case you don't, we're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. If you guys can or are able to, get up, stretch, grab yourself something to drink. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. You heard me. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes, and I will see you guys in a few. No. There's a better pop. There's the pop. Enjoy the music. Ads incoming, as you guys know. Shall return. I'm back. And I'm sad that the subtitles couldn't pick up the lyrics to the song. Because I was going to try to have those, and then when I pop back in, then the lyrics are going to be written there, and I was going to be like, oh my goodness, now they know what I was listening to. But no, it wouldn't read it, and I'm very sad about it. I have a hard time accepting gifts, but when I have no money, a friend would buy me games for like years and over time. Gave me like 100+ games. God dang, eccentric. Also, have fun with D&D, Bojazz. I know that you're gone already, but still, it's the thought that counts, I hope. Haha. Ow. Also, thank you, Eccentric. Thank you, Bells, and thank you, Blue. Still don't really know 100% what I'm drawing. But we're gonna figure it out, I hope. Maybe. Oh. Draw hypercube. I can't. It has to be castle related. And also, hello, moon. Thank you. It has to be castle related. That's not like super important. Oh, right. The hydrate for cobalt, by the way. Ah. A labyrinthian castle. Made in Cypher Hypercube. I have to get it done today, Eccentric. I don't have that kind of time, and I do not have the speed as an artist to do that for certain. I am not a fast artist. Never have been. Never will be by that logic. You'll be tapping into the 4th dimension anyway. What does time matter? I don't have access to the 4th dimension. I have access to the now, man. Shake my head. Oh, like you have access to the 4th dimension. Casually. Casual 4th dimension access. Just like knock knock, who's there? It's the 4th dimension. It's all about the 5th dimension. I have access to your mainframe. Not a whole lot you'll find there, unfortunately. It's all about the... Wait, what even is... I don't even know. I can't even comprehend what the... How to even approach the 5th dimension concept. I mean, it's technically the same as the 4th dimension is to the 3rd dimension. Like the 3rd dimension is to the 2nd dimension. But it just becomes, like, incomprehensible. Like, the general thought process might potentially be there, but the capability to understand it? No. Fifth dimension is esotericism in relation to meme quality. I see. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. All right. I wish it wasn't so small, but we have our reference. To some extent. Let's see if I can actually keep the reference on screen. I'll put it right there. For now. I want it to be kind of like a darker background. But it doesn't have to be. Let's not make it a dark background. Let's see what we can do today here. Oh wait, this is supposed to be a sketch. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is supposed to be. There we go. Don't know if I like that specifically. Oh, this might turn into a whole me looking at a bunch of different things and then realizing I don't like any of it. Yeah, that's the big problem that's going to happen here. I'm going to be trying to simplify really complex art. And I'm already not that good at simplifying things, so this is probably a huge mistake that I'm doing that's just going to result in me being incredibly frustrated. Hold on. It's like, why doesn't mine look like that? It's like, because of course it doesn't. It can't. It's impossible. You can't do that level of detail from nothing. Simplification in itself is a complex maneuver when you only have a goal in mind. I have an idea, but I know I don't have the art skill to do it. So I'm kind of in a situation where I'm like, okay, am I just screwing myself over right now and I'm just giving myself needless anger when I could just not do that? Because I know how my mind works. Ooh, oh, that might be an idea, actually. Blue, that was copying an art style of something similar. That wasn't simplifying. That was taking simplification and mimicking it. Very different. Sorry, I'm gonna need time to look at some things and try to figure things out. Okay. We're gonna try something here. Take a different approach to it. That's the spirit problem solved. Oh no, Blue, I'm abandoning the original idea. I'm trying something else that is going to be far better an option. Oh, sorry, Eccentric. Sorry. Same name. I read Blues and then immediately read the other thing. Sorry, Eccentric. No. Look, my brain catastrophizes very fast. Very fast. Like, borderline instantaneously. The moment that things don't start going the way that I'm going, it's a house of cards and someone's flicked the middle card out at the bottom. Like, everything crumbles. Sometimes it's better for me to just go, don't go down this road. Just don't go down that road. Just do something else. Just take a completely different approach. So that's what we're gonna do at the moment. We're just not even gonna let the problem happen. Instead, let me go back to the brush. And in the background, we'll do, you know, just some really quick ones just to get the idea across. Oh, that's spray. No, spray. There we go. The background, you know, just clouds. Yeah, we'll do better clouds later. We'll get those figured out. All right, there you go. There's the general idea. Is the music too loud, by the way? I feel like the music might be a little bit loud. Hold on. Let me reduce that volume by just a little bit. There. Music is good. All right, I reduced it a little bit and then boosted it a little bit in the other thing. So we're gonna do this, and that means to clean up the top. There's the sketch. So we're gonna do this in yeah, now I gotta actually hunker down and think about colors and stuff. Oh yeah. That's how we gotta draw the entire thing. No. No. Should we do it in cell today? I think we should do it in cell today. Yes, Vitrify. What's going on? What you want? What's good? Hello, Kuma. How's art going? We're finally moving into actually doing art specifically, Vitrify. So, progress, we'll say. It only took 2 hours. No, I think we are going to stick to this. WD-40. Oh god, more people are starting to use that, eh? This is just becoming a thing now. WD-40 is where it's at. All right, Moon, you keep living in your dreamland over there. Keep living in the past, lady. Oh, why'd I fumble at the end? It was such a nice brush. It was such a nice stroke. Say that there's different strokes for different folks, but that was the stroke for me. And I fumbled it right at the end. Sag. But also, go on. Nice art, Will's coming along lovely. Well, thank you, Moon. That's appreciated. I'm like kind of on the fly remembering how rocks work. Like, not flawlessly, but enough to be like, oh yeah! Ma'am, please. We are both well aware that your art qualities and skills exceed mine by a significant portion. Ah! Looking respectfully. How could you vitrify? How could you be here respectfully looking? Does that work? It doesn't quite work the way I want it to. Oh, I see. The Bells is doing the same thing. I will look disrespectfully then. Thank you. I appreciate the honesty. That's what I'm looking for here. If you're gonna look disrespectfully, tell me. I can handle it. I can't handle it. Don't tell me. I'm actually blind. Ah, blue. Very nice, but also I'm so sorry to hear that. You know what? This is a super fast way to do it. I'm okay with how this turned out. All right. Then I gotta do... Okay, I gotta do this in steps. So this is specifically... Island front. And this is island back. So we're gonna make this a little bit... How do they do it in art? Closer's light and further's darker. I'm actually just staring with malicious intent. We don't know what the malicious intent, though, is, you know? It's just like, what's that Vitrify doing there? He's like, he's up to no good. What you think he's doing? Who knows what goes on in that devious mind of his? Might as well just arrest him now. We all know he's gonna cause trouble. He's just standing there. Menacingly! I love everyone just goes straight for that. Well done, everyone. We've done well this day. Nice darker green. There. Ugh. It's not a very pleasant looking green, is it? It's giving it more of a... That's a more pleasant looking green. Good work, everyone. We can go home now. That's right, everyone. We did our jobs. We did our synchronization statements. Practically became a little bit of a flash mob there, we did. Let's go on home then and think about what we've done. Bells, would this be a terrible time to make the ace joke again? Alright, I won't make the joke. There we go. Easy enough. There we go. Keep it for later. It'll be your ace in the hole. Boom! Nailed it. Vitrify and I once again unintentionally performing teamwork. So is this a background? No, Brian. This is what I'm going to be drawing. The redeems, or how to say, the prompts for this this week are regal, unusual, and distant. So I'm gonna mix those together. In a way that, so I have the telescope for distance, I have the unusual for the floating islands, and then eventually we'll reveal what the regal is, but I haven't gotten there yet. We'll get to the regal when we get there. Good use of perspective here. I appreciate that, my dude. This was the better choice over getting frustrated for not being able to do what I wanted to do to start with. Just add a couple in there. As you can tell, I don't really know how to do trees very well, but it's something. I don't like that specifically. The green will give away what it is. That doesn't need to be there. There we go. Up here we'll do there, and literally just paint the tree like this. Nice and easy. I have returned with ice cream. Hell yeah. Wait, I'm missing messages. I'm back from the antelope hump. Good job, liar. I didn't catch anything. So I have Monster Energy and Doritos. That'll have to, that'll get. Let's get that bread, gamers. Oh, God. Liar, you do know that caffeine can give you, like, the jitters and anxiety, right? Please be careful, and also make sure to hydrate with water. A balanced diet for gamers. Gamer dinner. I'm worried. And then an antelope full of ice. Oh, God, Avatar. Like the frickin', what is it, Star Wars Episode 6? When he cuts open the thing to keep lukewarm, but it just, ice cream just pours out instead. It's like, bleh. Cool fact about liquid oxygen. Oh God, I don't know anything about liquid oxygen. I know literally 0 things about liquid oxygen besides that they keep lukewarm. Look here, Avatar. Look here. Hold on. Liquid oxygen. Let's take a look-see, Lou, here. I've heard about it, but I don't know a lot about it. So, abbreviate is in aerospace. Is the liquid form of molecular oxygen. It was used as the oxidizer in the first light-fueled rocket. Light-fueled rocket. By Robert H. Goddard. In applications, physical properties. Oh God, this is a lot of things that I don't know or understand. Let's do for uses. Uses will make sense here. In commerce, liquid oxygen is classified as an industrial gas and is widely used for industrial or medical purposes. Liquid oxygen is obtained from the oxygen naturally in air, is obtained from the oxygen naturally found in air by fractal distillation in a cryogenic air separation plant. Holy heck, is that complicated? The Air Force has long recognized the strategic importance of liquid oxygen, both as an oxidizer and a supply of gaseous oxygen for breathing in hospitals and high-altitude aircraft flights. In 1985, the USAF, I guess that's the U.S. Air Force, started a program for building its own oxygen generation facilities in major places. So it's... Wait, hold on. Used in combination with light hydrogen, kerosene, and methanol? Oh, so it's also a... Oh, of course, it's an oxidizer. It helps for cleaner burns. Yeah. Liquid oxygen was used in the first liquid-fueled rocket. In World War II, the V2s were also used liquid oxygen under the name of... I can't even begin to try and pronounce that. 1950s Cold War, Redstone and Atlas rockets, the Soviet R7. I'm not even going to try to explain that one. Or try to say that. Pardon my yawning. The ascent stages of the Apollo, Saturn rockets, and the space shuttle main engines used liquid. Okay. There you go. So it's used as a mixture of it's used as a mixture for an oxidizer, since it's literally liquid oxygen, and also has the potential to be used for breathing. That would be pure oxygen, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be kind of dangerous? Yeah, exactly. in low oxygen environments. Yeah, it's there to literally clean burn your way through stuffs. Would it be safe to breathe, though? Because it would be oxygen. It's LOX, LOX, or LOX, or LO oxygen, or LOX. I don't know how to feel about that. Wouldn't that... Because I know, like, pure oxygen is not super healthy for us humans, is it? Like, the nitrogen's actually kind of important. If mixed correctly, it's safe to breathe. You don't breathe it as pure oxygen. Yeah. Was used in earlier rockets. I think it was used as a propellant. It was used as an oxidizer, Moon, as far as I'm understanding this correctly. It's to make sure that the stuff that the actual fuels burn properly, because you're feeding oxygen into the cycle, which you need, because combustion is normally, what is it, fuel plus oxygen equals CO2 and H2O, if I recall correctly. If you drink liquid oxygen, you can breathe and hydrate yourself at the same time. Fun fact, if you drink liquid oxygen, you can meet God forever. You'll never not have to meet God, because you'll be dead. You know, I'm just going to literally just draw this tree, like, and just fill it in. Boom. Happy little tree. Oh god, what's happening now? Breathing pure oxygen will kill you in moments, I believe. It's actually nearly 100% pure. Wait, hold on. You'd need to drink liquid hydrogen too to hydrate yourself. Ooh, Bells with the counter. Over here, just like, yeah, I'm smart. And Vitrify's like, hey, does that mean that water is a cocktail? Why can't I pin that? No. Vitrify, say the line again just on its own. Please say the line again just on its own. I want that pinned. I can't pin it, though, because it's from a thread. No! I want to pin it. Oh, wait, it is letting me pin it. Okay, now it's letting me pin it. Never mind. Pinned. Boom. Now you write. This one's way better. Unpin this message. Pin. Boom. Boom. Till the end of stream. That's my favorite thing. You've said my new favorite thing. Why is it my favorite thing? I don't know. But I love it. It's very good. If you drink liquid oxygen at the same time, you'll dihydrate. Wait, you'll die hydrogen monoxide. That's a very complicated thing that you just said, liar. Thank you. It's a mocktail. Ah. It's on the fridge. There you go. We did it. All right. I need my reference back up again. There's my reference. All right. We got the tree done. We haven't done this yet, but we'll get to it. I don't quite know how to draw him yet. And then it would be right here that he would have to be. That was a very clever joke. Oh, please, do go on. Tell me why it's a clever joke. Please, I insist. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Okay, fine. We'll do it that way. When you accidentally get caught on a snag that you didn't think you were going to. Hello, cooks. Because 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen molecule. Hold on, wait. No, I'm missing some stuff. Ah, I'm missing things. Because water is also called... Stop it. It's also called dihydrogen monoxide because it's 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen molecule. But you said you'll die hydrogen monoxide or hydrogen monoxide. Yes, of course. Smart things and stuff. That was not a very good circle, was it? That's also... you know what? That actually might have potentially worked. No problem at all, Cooks. You have yourself a great lurk. God, I'm missing a lot of things. You already know the smart things we do. That's not true at all, Eccentric. I am not a smart lad whatsoever. Number of blimps in the world. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Also, Cooks, how did you know that I was posturing poorly? Sitting up straight. Number of blimps in the world. Only 25? Shame. I've been behind you the whole time. Well, joke's on you. I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. 25 in the whole world. That's not a lot of blimps. 8 of them belong to Air Sign Airship Group. Huh. I don't think I'm crushing the the look of this character right now, and I'm kind of sad about it. Also, I just saw what you're drawing. This drawing. It's a good joke, Will. You should read her joke. I'm sorry, what? What joke? I don't... I'm trying to keep the reference up. What are we talking about? I can't tell you. We haven't finished gathering the statistic. It's still up in the... I'm putting this back over top of the stuff. You will be gaining no further responses from me. You've lost your privileges. And then we go expand selection. Is 5 too much? It is. Probably selection 2. It only has to be 1. Hiccup. So let's see. We want to go here. First of all, we want to get rid of that. Just a tiny bit lighter. We keep using this particular brush, but we're gonna fill the tree out with it. And of course I missed one spot, but that's okay. Wait, what? Why is there a sec? You guys aren't supposed to be able to layer on top of each other. If that's the case, I'm not doing the textured stuff. That'd be a waste of time. Then I'm just gonna use this. Ah, crap, that's right. I forgot to do that part. That's on me. Pixel, extern. In this case, we're just doing that because we need to do multiple colors on it. So it's boop, boop. There's hair color first. Yeah, this hair color is very simple. Just a dark or a kind of dark gray. There. Naturally, the eyes are white. There. Actually, no, they're a tiny bit gray. Ears are important. Those are technically not, but we're gonna do it anyway. And then his crown. A gold. Because of course it is. And then we go to the hands, which we can select. Nope. Only one. Oh my god, is that I don't know who that is, Moon. I'm sorry, Moon. I have no idea who that is. I presume that's who it is, but yeah. But what? What do you mean what? Ranking of Kings. Yeah, I've never seen it. I know no characters of it. I do not know their name. I am drawing it because last time I was trying to think of this character and couldn't, or trying to think of this character, couldn't know the anime or the name of the game, etc. So now I'm doing a throwback to that by drawing the character, even though I don't know who their name is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who this is. This is all just a big old, like, yeah, I didn't know what was going on, so let's make a little bit of a haha about it. What? You're fine. There's no issues here. I'm just saying I don't know who that is. Because I don't. I have no awareness of the anime. I know nothing about it. Oh, hold on. That's a problem. Because this should actually be not that. Which means that this also needs to get cut off. You know what's going on now. I never know what's going on, Eccentric. I'm always lost. I'm in various stages of lost at all times. Okay, I'm still in the right one. Good choice, he's precious. I hope so. If it turned out he was deviant, it'd be like, okay, well, now I'm not sure what to do anymore. Are you lost taking an unplanned tour? I am always lost forever and always. There's never a point in time when I'm not lost. Oh, that's too dark. Tiny bit darker. There you go. Tiny bit darker. Oh, actually that doesn't look half bad. Unintentionally worked nicely. Might as well just fill it in. Actually, will drawn as monkey. I would, maybe. I have no strong opinions one way or the other. Background tree, background island. No, over there. And also, darker. You're a tiny bit closer, so you're going to be a tiny bit lighter. Sorry, chat. I'm hyper-focusing at the moment. I find I've been doing that a lot more since I've been streaming every day. I just hit these weird little, like, stop paying attention to things and just get really into the one thing that I'm working on. Not sure what's causing it, but you know what? Makes me get stuff done, so I'm not too worried about it. Just need to make sure that I'm sitting a little bit more properly. There we go. Sheer will. Is that what it is? Maybe it is. Alright, we got that. And now, the very end of it all. Some very simple clouds. I'm sorry. I hit B. Thank you. B. You're being very unreasonable right now. Yes, Nivek. Hello, how are you? Go. A little bit flat in terms of color, but, you know, it's fine. I'm doing all right, Nivek. I'm sorry to hear that you're tired, though. What's got you tired? Lots of work this weekend? Knowing you, yes. Lots of work, both very early and very late. Does that mean that work is not done yet for you, Nivek? I'm presuming that's what it means, and it's making me worried about you. Just finished less than an hour ago. Oh, you are done. Okay. That's at least something. Alright, I think that's how we're going to do this. Start at 7 a.m. Oh, Lord. I don't feel like cooking. Order something. Doesn't quite work. Reduce the shading by a fair bit, though. You can always order something. I'm sure that you can have heck it all, get me some of them there fast foods. I mean, that's what I'm doing tonight. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. I somehow avoided ever having to work at a fast food joint, and I'm very grateful. Same. Very much same, eccentric. I worked as a dishwasher for a while, but it was at like a golf course. So, like, I don't think you would classify it as that as fast food because it was an actual kitchen. Did work at a grocery store and at a car wash and hated both of those. Understandable. Frickin' fuck us though, if they had a car wash in my town, they paid 18 an hour. Would have loved that when I was younger. 18 an hour is not it's not exactly bad money. That's got that like, you say what now? How many hour? How many an hour? Sharply as I want it to, so we're gonna just make the color a little bit heavier. There we go. That's doing more what I want. Alright. You need a little bit. General manager. Car wash I work at starts at 14 an hour, and the general manager at the like 60. God damn. God damn, that is whew. That's a bit of a pay raise. Can you please? Thank you. I did help do some electrical work recently, though. There you go. Alright, I changed that. I don't really like the thing. I think I'm just gonna stick to this. Well, no, I can do. J. Blend. Boom. Easy. MHDG. When's the case opening? I'm not sure what you mean, but also welcome. That's that part. That's that. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Bells. Doesn't sound like that question was too important, though, since there wasn't a follow-up. Too intense. That's just a little bit to it. Thought I missed something. Nope, not that I'm aware of. Not blending as well as I thought it was going to. Maybe a little bit too dark in that case. Why do you keep doing that? What's up, Bells? I am unable to guess. You'll just have to tell me. I just made my bed. What's that like? I bet that's pretty cool. But that's a very highly satisfying act that has made your day better. Notably better, even. Would I be right to make those kind of assumptions? It's very satisfying indeed. That's pretty neato. Yeah, you recommend. Yeah, I'm just not down with it. Just don't think it's for me. Oh, give me 1 second. I just put fresh, clean sheets on, and oh boy, it's gonna hit so good. I got fresh sheets on a Saturday, living the life. It's when I just go over to Belle's house and just literally go like, hey, Belle's, and then just flop onto her bed and roll around obnoxiously. Like, just make sure that everything that was set up nicely is just wrong. Just like, oh no. Flail, kick, shift. But Belle's, that's what you're gonna do in a few hours. You're gonna lay on it, and it's not gonna be that anymore. Almost like all the work that you just did is for naught. Because a bed is never made for long. Will's saying don't ever watch your seats. That's not what I said. I'm saying that being like, oh, behold the beauty of a perfectly made bed is strange because you're gonna lay in it and mess it back up again immediately. Literally don't lay on my bed during the day so I don't mess it up. I just don't understand. I only make my bed before washing my sheets. It's just. What's a normal thing to do, Blue? Make your bed? I acknowledge that changing your sheets, putting new pillowcases in, like putting in new covers, etc. Good. It's a good thing to do. Good for your health. That's BRB. What's a normal thing? I just don't see the point. No, they're not touching it afterwards because you go until you go to bed. But there's no difference between when you first make your bed and then 6 hours later when you go to lay down. There's no difference between if you were to flop into bed right then and there, which I do. After I make my bed, I flop into it because it's like, done. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Will, it's okay to be wrong. It's not. It's wrong. No, it just doesn't make it. What do you mean it feels better? What do you mean it feels better? There's no difference. There's no difference between when you first make it and when you go and lay in it like 6 hours later. There's no difference. Vitrified, thank you. It does feel better. No, it doesn't. That's dumb and stupid. That's a placebo effect. You're out of your mind. Okay, listen, go ahead, Blue. Go ahead. No, there's a difference because you get to enjoy You get to enjoy looking at it. You know what you could do instead of enjoying looking at it? Laying in it and enjoying the freshness. If there was a difference, it would feel better, but it doesn't. Vitrify. Thank you. Thank you for being my only sane ally in this sea of madness. It's satisfying to sleep in a freshly made bed. Yeah, it's also satisfying to lay in a freshly made bed. And you know what you can do while laying on your bed? Sleep. Because I'm so unreasonable. No, it doesn't make sense. Have yourself a great day, Vitrify. Or Avatar. God damn it, I'm messing you guys up again. It's because of the V. I'm worked up. I am not saying, I need to state this outwardly. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy this. I'm just saying that it's different from laying down in a freshly made bed 10 minutes afterwards versus 6 hours. There's no difference between those two. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed between the first 10 minutes or the first even minute of making your bed, heck, the first 5 seconds, and 6 hours later. There's no difference between those two things. You know what the difference between those two things is? 6 hours. Bed looks nice for the whole day. Why does that matter? Why does that matter, though? It doesn't. Oh my god, it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Caveat. We'll put an asterisk at the end of my statements. After every statement that I've made from this point on and prior to, we'll put a nice asterisk at the end. And then when we go to the cliff notes afterwards and we scan our way through all this stuff, and then we make it to that asterisk, like, oh, an asterisk, what does that say? And then it says, these are from the perspectives of Will and do not affect anybody else but himself. From my perspective, none of that matters. And it seems silly. And have yourself a good night, Brian. That's where I'm coming from. To me, a bed is a bed is a bed. There's also a discipline in the act of making it. Oh, right. Belle's actually, like, makes her bed daily. Like, that's part of the ritual of waking up. Which, again, I don't fully understand because I just roll out of bed and go about my day. On a power tool bed. Thank you, Eccentric. Finally somebody who had the guts to say it. I was raised to make it every day, so it's a habit that I've learned to enjoy. But, no, we're not going to go down this road anymore. We'll agree to disagree. I don't see the reason to it. As long as it makes you guys happy, I'm glad that you do it, and I'm glad that it makes you happy. There. Full stop. End of the statement. I'm not going to go down this road, because I've already got heated earlier, and I'm not getting heated again. It's too exhausting. No, that's why I'm saying, specifically Bells, that's why I'm specifically saying, if it's something you enjoy, regardless of the reason why you do it, whether it was taught, whether you're taught yourself, whether it's something you like to do, whether it's a habit, whether it's a ritual, whether it's whatever, I'm glad that it helps. I'm glad that it makes your day better. I'm glad that it makes your life better. I just don't get it. And that's okay. The end of the day, we all have a finite amount of time on the planet, and whatever it takes to make our miserable little lives a little bit better, go for it. There you go. Is that a reasonable enough response? At the end of the day, Will sleeps in his unkept bed. Exactly. So I'm just scanning to make sure that I didn't miss any messages. Oh, there you go. Real then, though. Lyra, I'm not sure about the final. I'm not sure if you accidentally hit enter prior to finishing or if I'm just not quite following what you're saying, though. No, just can't speak English. Mood. English. What's that? Confusing. My point is that it has a tangible effect on people. But I'm acknowledging that, though. I am acknowledging that for some people, it is good. And it's good that for them, it's good. That's like, I don't think that saying that is an unreasonable statement unless it is for some reason. It's just not something that I care to do. And that's also okay. It's about something nice for yourself so you have a good experience later on. Again, I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm pretty sure that that was included in the statement earlier. Throw a pillow at will to further unmake my bed. Thank you, Vitrify. See, you keep living your best life. We're raiding Martyr. There we go. We're gonna raid Martyr before she ends up raiding me for whatever reason. I think she's still going. So this is a good time. Alright, there you go. There's the art. Art's done. I'm sorry I got heated. Also, I forgot to say I'm sorry for yesterday. No, that's it. That's the final statements. Alright. We're gonna raid Martyr. She is playing Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment. Raid S. Raid F. There you go. If you are subscribed, please use the top raid message. If you are not subscribed, please use the bottom raid message. I'm not canceling the raid, liar. So, I'll just say the outro while I'm doing the push-ups. So, thank you guys very much for sticking around. Whether you were chatting, whether you were lurking, whether you just popped in and out for a second, know that you were super appreciated. I hope that you guys are having a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it might happen to be for you. I hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're drinking plenty of water. And when you finally do sleep, whatever time it might happen to be for you, 1, I hope that you have 2, a very free, restful 4, sleep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will see you guys over at Martyr's Corner. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I'll figure something out. Cheers for now. See you guys there. See you guys next time. Etc., etc. I don't know what else to say. Bye-bye.